Who killed 9-year-old Candy Rogers? It's a question that's eluded Spokane detectives for 62 years. Tonight, one of the state's oldest cold cases is closed. We learned today this man, John Reigh Hoff, is the murderer. Solving the case took cutting-edge DNA technology, help from the killer's own family, and a trip to the graveyard to dig up an old body.
We learned a lot on how investigators uncover this decades-old crime. Emily Bloom brings us the story.
So much of what life was like when Candy went missing has faded into a distant memory. We're on the corner of Pettit and Mission right now, and back in 1959, this was a railroad track. The apartment complex that she went missing from, now serving as the parking lot to the West Central Community Center. Candy Rogers was just 9 years old when she went missing. She was out selling campfire mints on a March afternoon in West Central Spokane, but never came back. A massive search involving the city and multiple agencies ended in tragedy. Her body was found 16 days later.
Even though this has been 62 years, this is still a very emotionally charged case.
Early this year, stringent testing from a lab in Texas revealed 3 brothers. John Reigh Hoff, the only with kids.
Disbelief, but not that I didn't believe it, but it's just, it takes a while for it to sink in.
Kathy got a phone call from Sergeant Storment several months ago. She was willing to do a DNA test to help detectives get further in solving this case, and her DNA came back as a match.
It's just really sad to find out that someone did, not even that just your dad, but just someone in your family could do something like that.
Hoff killed himself decades ago.
He was evil. He was evil, and it was an escape.
So to solidify their findings, investigators dug up his body to collect more sample DNA. Once again, their findings clear as day. Hoff was the killer.
I'm very, very sorry for what my dad did.
Hoff was buried in the same cemetery all these years as Candy Rogers. That was until his wife and daughter had him moved from the little girl's resting place not long ago.
I keep saying it's the Mount Everest of our cold case, is the one that we could never seem to overcome, but at the same time, nobody ever forgot.
There are still 110 cold cases here in the Spokane community. This one now serving as a sliver of hope for those cases that remain unsolved. Reporting in Spokane, Emily Bloom, 4 News Now.